Did you know that nearly 8 out of 10 candidates fail to score full marks on hazard perception? Not because they don't see the hazard, but because they click at the wrong time. The real question is, can you get it right on your very first attempt? Welcome back. In this video, we're going to break down hazard perception, what it actually tests, and more importantly, how you should approach clicking to maximize your score. In this clip, we'll delve deeper into the critical technique of clicking twice. This method ensures that your response is effectively registered. Ultimately, this can help you achieve maximum marks. As we transition into the main click, you'll notice that at the start, everything appears calm and uneventful. There's a car in front of me, maintaining its lane, and a lorry to my left ahead of me. Meanwhile, a car crosses in the right lane, and there's no immediate hazard that requires a click. It's important to stay vigilant and observe the surroundings carefully. As the clip progresses, you'll see a vehicle approaching from the right lane. Suddenly, it signals to turn left, and that's the critical moment to slow down and adjust your speed to avoid any potential danger. I'll let the clip play through to the end, and at that point, I'll present you with 4 distinct options. You'll have the chance to identify the correct moment to click for maximum scoring. One option will reflect the initial calm state, another will capture the moment the car signals, and so on. By the end, I'll ask you to select the option that you believe represents the correct moment to click. This will help reinforce your understanding and ensure that you're prepared to achieve the best possible score. I'll play the clip one more time for you so that you can review things more clearly and make the best decision about when to click. Hazard perception is not about reacting late, and it's certainly not about clicking continuously. It's about recognizing a developing hazard early, staying calm, and clicking with intent. Clicking too frequently can invalidate your response altogether, while clicking too late can cost you valuable marks. Throughout this video, I want you to stay vigilant at all times, because hazards don't appear suddenly, they develop. Timing is everything here. One well-timed response can make the difference between an average score and a high one. I'll also be guiding you on what to do and what not to do, so you avoid the common mistakes that cause most candidates to lose marks unnecessarily. Watch closely, focus on the timing, and by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of how to approach hazard perception with confidence. I'll give you 4 options to identify the correct moment to click for maximum scoring. Option A is the very beginning of the clip. Do you think that's when the hazard first appears? Option B is when a car crosses in the right lane and gets ahead of me. Option C is as soon as the car in the right lane turns on its indicator to turn left. Option D is when that car actually completes the turn and I have to slow down to avoid any potential hazard. I'll give you about 10 seconds to choose the correct option and leave your answer in the comments. This way, you'll see if you've identified the right moment and can achieve maximum marks. Later, we'll review the clip together. All right, let's now move into the review of this clip. If you chose option C, you are absolutely correct. The correct moment to click was as soon as the car in the right lane turned on its indicator to move left. That indicator is the key signal that the situation is no longer static. It tells us that a developing hazard is about to affect our path and that we may need to adjust our speed or position. Now, let's quickly rewind and understand why the other moments were not the right time to click. At the beginning of the clip, everything was calm. Traffic was flowing smoothly. There was a car directly ahead of me in the same lane, a lorry in the left lane, and all vehicles were maintaining their positions. At that stage, there was no developing hazard, so there was no reason to click. Even when a car crossed me in the right lane and moved ahead, the situation was still stable. The car stayed in its lane, there was no change in direction, and no indication that it would affect my driving. Again, no click was required at that moment. The situation changed the moment another car appeared in the right lane when a driver intended to move into my lane. At that point, I knew I would need to slow down and allow space to avoid a potential collision. That indicator was the first clear sign. That was my cue to click. In this clip, I deliberately clicked twice. My first click was registered in the highest scoring window, which is 5 marks. My second click, made shortly after, fell into a lower scoring window and would have been worth 4 marks. However, and this is very important, the hazard perception test only considers your highest scoring click. Because my first click was in the maximum scoring window, I achieved full marks. The second click did not reduce my score, and the marks did not combine. It simply acted as a safety net. This is exactly why clicking twice, with control and proper timing, is so important. It helps ensure your response is registered without risking invalidation. What you must avoid is clicking repeatedly or continuously. That kind of behavior can invalidate your response. So the key takeaways from this review are simple. Stay calm, stay observant, wait for the hazard to develop, click as soon as the risk becomes clear, and use the double click technique wisely. If you understood why option C was the correct choice, you're thinking exactly the way the hazard perception test wants you to think. To conclude this clip, let's quickly recap what hazard perception is really testing. Hazard perception is not about reacting suddenly or clicking randomly. It's about recognizing when a situation begins to develop into a hazard and responding at the right time. The correct approach to clicking is simple but precise. Click with purpose. Use the double click technique to ensure your response is registered, but avoid clicking continuously as that can invalidate your attempt altogether. Timing remains the most critical factor. You should click as soon as the hazard becomes clear. When a change in direction, speed, or intention means you may need to adjust your driving. Clicking too early or too late can cost you valuable marks. Just as important is staying fully vigilant. Don't focus only on the vehicle directly ahead. Always scan the entire road environment. Vehicles to the sides, traffic behind, indicators, road layout, and anything that could affect your progress. If you consistently stay alert, understand how hazards develop, and apply the right clicking technique with proper timing, scoring high becomes far more achievable. Keep practicing, stay focused, and approach every clip with patience and awareness. That brings us to the end of this hazard perception clip. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming hazard perception practice videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.